Hello everybody and welcome back to The Last Flame, one of the best, if not the best, auto chess roguelikes out there. I played a bunch of this game before it came out, and a few months back it came out in 1.0. I've been wanting to check it out again. I have just been busy, but here we are to check it out, and there is one really exciting reason to be back, aside the fact that it's out in 1.0. I am literally a character in this game now. Like, just straight up, I am a playable character that you can get and draft as a unit in this game. So, like, we could pause and look at this. First of all, the art's very cool, but we'll just get into the game, and I will pick this character despite the fact that it's probably going to be a very overwhelming character for new players and myself, because... you know, rightfully so, it's got some spicy mechanics to it, but we'll go in. I will have to relearn the game as well myself, so if you're new here, don't worry. We're going to try and build from the ground up again together. So we could go into the Ascension mode and just play on, you know, whatever the difficulty here, but they also added a custom mode, so we can go for an adventurer difficulty thing here, but we can choose our starting heroes, because, let me be honest, I would love to play with my character. That sounds like a lot of fun. And there I am. It's me, in the game for real, for real. So, I guess I have to start with 2 heroes, so I could go through all of them, but I'm just gonna pause. I'll be back with a second character that I'll run alongside myself, and then we'll explain what we do after. Alright. I was always quite partial to this one for whatever reason. Let's confirm our selection, and then we will go from there. I guess we can go through these 2. One moment. All right. So, yeah, instead of just front-loading all the information too much, I'm just going to click this one right here. It makes elite fights a bit easier, and we gain money for taking them. So that gives me an easy heuristic so that we can, like, learn the game again. Just take the elite fights, which are going to be these ones, will be our thing. Probably a familiar map to you here if you've played roguelikes at all. But we are going to be moving from the bottom to the top. We've got our normal nodes, star nodes, slightly harder. But there's a bonus reward. Elites, which are quite a bit harder. Gives you a relic like one of these. Events, campfires. So... campfires have one of the big mechanics for this game that I think really shakes it up in the kind of auto chess space. If you don't know what that word means, I'm talking like team fight tactics, etc., etc. Like, there's Autobattlers, and then there's like the specific subgenre of like auto chess, which is, you know, you're going to see the grid here. It's going to be more familiar from like a team fight tactics sort of standpoint. It's like that, but they have done a lot of things to adapt it really well into a roguelike formula. The stuff that is at the campfire is one of the things that I think does that. So I want to go for the path that has the most elites. I'll just go here, because we can just do whatever. All right, so the fun thing is the game has like these little ability videos. If you're ever confused about anything, you can always just hover over and get the information that way. But basically, the enemy is here. We are going to be able to place our units wherever the heck we want in order to try and adjust the flow of battle in our favor. We will obviously be able to get, like, items. As we level up, we'll get new abilities on the characters. And it gets really freaking deep. Let me just say, it's going to be overwhelming at first, maybe at last as well. But I think a lot of fans of this genre do want that kind of thing. So, as you can see right here, a simple thing for placement, whenever we place down a unit, it will try and have the character attack the closest unit. If there are 2 that are in the same position, it will just attack the one you place down second. So, what do our characters do? We have XZ09. Whenever they get or are below 50% max HP, they get a shield equal to 15% of their max HP. So that means that every 10 seconds this can happen. So if they're just like chilling under half health, this can continually happen every 10 seconds. And then they have an ultimate, familiar to, you know, auto chess fans. When you attack with a character, they will gain mana. Mana is gained whenever the hero attacks. They get +1 mana. when the mana is full, they use their ultimate. So this is a self buff for 5 seconds. They gain lifesteal and attack speed and taunt the target. So, like, I intentionally picked a very straightforward dude here because, let me tell you, Retromation is not straightforward, almost to the point where I don't want to show you these abilities yet. But I will read through them in the next fights. I'll read through them in the next fight. But basically, we will just play things out here. Just know that I shoot big dice, and I cannot lie. The first fight is never going to be a difficult fight here. So we can get a bunch of cash. We can get some trophies. Trophies are used to rank up heroes. One trophy is 5 XP. And you have, let's see. So we can't level up. We have 2 out of 20 there. When in trophy mode, yep, okay, yeah. All right, recruit another hero. So we have kind of like, I'll say that Retromation is kind of like a, looks like a ranged hybrid DPS with a little bit of support capabilities. But what we are lacking is an actual support character, which Zog, Elios are. You can see by these little markers. Damaging spell, inflicts 3 shocks, gives mana regen to all heroes that have a shield except for Zog. So mana regen will just be a way to get your mana back, like, per second, basically. Every 4 seconds, shield the hero with the lowest percent HP. That's actually kind of good with my tank that I have. Every 4 seconds, shield the hero and this hero and the lowest HP hero. It works pretty well with my tank, since we kind of like him chilling under half. That actually works kind of well. So it's going to probably be between these two. Heroes around him gain defense for 6 seconds. It's a pretty straightforward ability. This hero gains a lifesteal equal to 15% of the defense. I do like to have a tank and like an off tank, but I think let's go for Zog here. Shock. What's the hotkey to? Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Shock is a debuff that scales well with stuns. On cast, heroes have a chance per shock to stun. I don't know how much I care. Maybe we will go for Elios and just get that flat defense boost. Sounds kind of nice. All right. Now we can pick some items. These are kind of like your straightforward component pieces. These are going to be able to be combined together with other things to make kind of like recipes, more fancy items. So these are just like the most straightforward base components. They get cooler than this. It's probably, unfortunately for our tiny little pea-sized minds, time to read and figure out Retromation in all his glory. So he has a base attack damage of 35 and a base spell power of 0. That is irrelevant for this next thing I'm about to read. If you have 0 spell power, you will gain the power boost ability. So, like, as of right now, this is the only thing that's relevant. We gain 35 spell power. What is spell power? It's used to increase the damage of your spells, primarily. The active ability. So that's kind of all that's going on right now. Let's just think about that for right now. Prioritize enemies. This is our ultimate. Prioritize enemies that would be killed by Dice Blast. Otherwise, it will target the current target. So that's just like, this spell is better than normal. The targeting is better than normal. Deals damage to your target equal to 425% of your attack damage or your spell power, whichever is the lowest. If Dice Blast kills an enemy, it is instantly cast again. So basically, my character is very much going to be like a hybrid character where you want to have attack damage and spell power probably generally around the same levels, especially so because of hybrid tactics, which happens if we do actually start to put spell power on this guy. Gain 1% crit chance for every 3 bonus attack damage or spell power, whichever one is the lowest, so you can gain crit chance. If you have at least 140 bonus attack damage and spell power, you gain Omni Crit, which is a thing that lets this crit. Crit is just going to be like, you know, this 200% extra damage. So a lot of that is to say wild character, really kind of like mix and matching between a little bit more attacks and spells. And I do like that a lot. I think it's very cool. I kind of want to go for heavy armor, though, for right now. I think that makes sense to just take that for our tank lad. Crit chance up, mana regen, defense, attack speed, max HP. Yeah, I'll just grab some defense for now. Like, these are going to be just straightforward things. You can have 3 slots. We're going to finally proceed to the actual next fight. Yes, I know this was a lot of setup. It needs a lot of setup. So, we have the Gravedigger. Shovel Strike deal 120 spell damage to nearby heroes, so we will want to space ourselves out a little bit more. What do we got? Cast Nocturnal Flames with the best targeting. And it seems like it hits in a pretty big radius, so we want to spread our heroes out a bit. Okay. So we'll spread ourselves out a little bit. Okay. And we should be completely good to go. These fights will not take very long in the beginning. The planning phase will take a lot longer than the actual fights early on. Okay. Recruit yet another hero. Snowy. So Snowy's actually like a real permanent character in the game. I thought that was maybe like a special Christmas one or whatever. I don't know if I have seen Ralph or Snowy. A melee physical damage dealer with a frost debuff. Ralph's normal attacks are instead replaced by Ice Breath, which deals damage in a cone in front of him, dealing spell damage instead of physical damage. Ralph has Omnicrit. Every second, Ralph gains 6 attack damage. On cast of the spell, all stacks of this are reset, inflicting 3 frost on all enemies, which is, you know, it's just we'll get to that too. There's a lot to cover. Every 4 seconds, the hero deals an instant attack, which does not generate mana. During this instant attack, the hero has plus 100 attack damage. Interesting. I mean, I'm going to take Ralph because he seems interesting. So he'll gain 100 attack damage during that. All right. So here are the kind of recipes that we could combine the stuff with that we got. Like, we'll be able to basically apply these stats together. On cast, the wearer's max mana is increased by 2, and their attack damage is increased by 2 times their max mana. Surge, we won't even get there right now. The wearer gains 3% crit chance per summon. We don't have any right now. 35% extra heal received, and they will gain more heal received for every frost on the enemy with the highest frost. I kind of want to reroll, so we can spend 2 of our flame, which is sort of our HP. Because I'm not jazzed by that stuff. 5% crit strike chance, and the crits will all inflict a shock on all enemies. When the wearer receives damage from any source, they have a 30% chance to inflict a frost on all enemies. Okay, so now we probably do have to go through frost. Increases the spell damage they take, basically. I'll go for that. And we will forge this with... we'll do it with that. So we've basically created a new item. Those things, they need... The recipes, they need a base item to do anything. So we are just kind of like merging those together. All right, you get up here. You get up here. You attack in a cone. So part of me wants to just have everybody like start to move in so that you do get all of the attacks because you have the armor. You have the chance to apply the frost. Deals spell damage instead of physical damage. But I don't have any spell damage, so I guess we're going to see here. 60, it's doing 65. So it scales on... Hey, if I recap. It scales on the physical damage. Seems to be the case. That fight was, like, really over fast. All right. Oh, my lord. Another hero. And then I think we're kind of like... We will become done very soon here at drafting out our stuff for our heroes. When the hero gets or is below 50% max health, they inflict 8 bleed on all enemies, which I believe is a crit-related thing. Every attack, heroes have a 25% chance to increase their damage dealt by 1.5% per bleed. Okay, so basically, if you crit someone with bleed on them, you do a lot more damage, and that damage is based on the amount of bleed on them. Otherwise, you have a 25% chance to get that effect with just a regular hit. Damaging line spell. So we're like really... I don't know. We still are lacking just a regular support. Takes advantage of shields. Meh. Deals ethereal damage. I think that's just like non... physical or magic damage, or spell power damage. Leeches the HP of nearby heroes and enemies. The amount leeched from heroes is capped down to 40% of their HP, and will only occur if Silas isn't at full. So that actually makes... That's kind of interesting. We could use this effect to basically steal HP to keep XZ09 a little bit below half. And we could say our tanks are kind of these two, and then maybe we'll pivot out of Elios into a more real support. We'll see. 45 attack damage. 24 attack damage, 12% attack speed. I do kind of just like the idea of getting a bunch of armor stacks, but I'm going to get the Great Axe. 65 spell power for minus 15 attack speed. 110 crit strike damage. It's kind of interesting here. 1 max mana down, crit strike damage. I mean, I am interested in the spell power thing as a way to start stacking some of this stuff later. Meh. Crit strike chance, crit strike damage. I'm not actually very excited about these. 1 max mana is fine if we like really care about somebody's spell. Like maybe Silas, maybe. On cast, all stacks of ramping are reset. And inflicts 3 frosts on all enemies. So we actually don't really... I don't know if we care about reducing your max mana. We might even want to increase it, because then you can just have your passive stack up a bunch. That's kind of interesting. Someone we maybe don't want to cast. 25 attack damage, 25 spell power. I kind of like... I like the idea of getting there eventually. And then we'll put the big axe on Ralph, because it does seem to be that we are scaling our damage with physical. We'll have Silas tank a little bit. What do you do? Targets the hero with the lowest HP with a Death NATO. So there's a chance it's going to be Retromation, which is funny to say. Okay, we'll get your attention. There we go. And then we'll have you over here. Yeah, I like this. Fine. Fragment of Truth. That's right. Toggle this on to obtain a Fragment of Truth. You will need to obtain 3 of them to unveil the mystery, which I believe is a final boss. Toggling this on will increase the HP of all enemies in the fight by 25%. Only use it if you feel prepared enough. This can only be done... This first fragment is from normal or star encounters. So let's just do it. It's early enough. I think we are good to just kind of get it out of the way. We've got the armor stacking. We throw a big die. Well. Okay. First fragment of truth. We got that out of the way. The wearer gains a mana regen for every 125 shield, stacking up to 8. 35% heal received up when the wearer gains 4% heal received for every bleed on the enemy with the highest bleed. That does seem interesting for Silas. When the hero is at or below 50% max HP, they inflict 8 bleed on all enemies. Equivalent of 7 seconds. So you actually don't have a super reliable... You don't have a super reliable bleed stack. But it does actually seem kind of interesting. It's very synergistic at the very least. We'll get it and we'll figure it out. Alright, give me an elite. What do we got? Stuns all heroes for 1 second. Steals a gold every time it attacks. When another Thief Devil dies, it loses 50% attack speed. So we kind of want to, like, force kill one of them. As quick as possible. And let's go ahead and spend some trophies. It's probably about time, honestly. There's a lot to cover, you know? Every second, the hero gains 2 spell power for every surge level. I don't think we need to get into surge right now. It's kind of like a whole unique ability. Hero spell power is increased by 10% of their current shield. So, the lifesteal and attack speed scales on spell power. Okay. When the fight starts, if below 90 attack damage, the hero gains attack damage up to 90 and then gains 32% attack damage. We could, but I think we just got to go for the power shield. That sounds kind of interesting with the fact that you have this shielding effect. We'll want to stack up some more max HP, though, for sure. Every second, the hero gains 0.7 spell power for every frost on the enemy. With the most frost on cast, lose all of those stacks. Whenever you surge, which is not a thing that's happening yet, but I guess maybe we'll need to. You generate energy through effects and passively at the rate of 15 energy per second if you have any effect related to surge or energy. So we would. Okay, when energy fills up your surge gauge, when your energy gauge is full, you will surge, increasing your surge level by 1, triggering all of your surge effects. So basically, you can, by default, you can surge up to a cap of 12. I'm just going to click it. Because 4% spell power and attack damage. I mean, for the character that we're going to care about being like a hybrid character, sounds good to me. We're going to try and go for the extra juice here. Hoping desperately that we can kill this guy real quick. Because otherwise we're in trouble, okay? 1 down. I mean, we made it harder for ourselves there. Okay. We were good. We got 2 of our fragment pieces done. It's greedy of me to just do it even at all right now, but... Hey, we had the Demon Claw to reduce their HP, so... Let's go for a Relic first. All heroes gain 30% attack speed, but lose 25 attack damage. Gain... 2 Hex tiles. So, like, basically at the start of combat, there's going to be 2 random tiles, where any heroes we put on that tile get -2 maximum mana, so they'll be able to cast quicker. 2,500 max HP. Does not heal the hero for that amount. I actually like that a lot, because we have 2 characters who really like to be under half health. Five surge slowdown. Takes 100 energy to fill up the surge gauge. Okay. Every time you surge, the amount of energy required to fill is addedly increased by the total surge slowdown. Gotcha. So basically, every time this goes to the next level, we surge. And having extra surge slowdown makes it so, like, the requirement will go up every time we surge. So, like, it takes 100, but if we have 5 surge slowdown, the next one will take 105. So, gotcha. It seems not bad for retromation, to be clear. If we want to go for, like, this surge kind of idea, that kind of ends up working pretty well. So whenever we surge, we would gain 4% spell power, 4% attack damage, 2% crit, 10% crit strike damage, working towards the ability to get omni crit anyways, meaning everything can crit. It seems quite logical to me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. And then... whoop. I don't have anything I want to do for that yet. Okay, the item's already on. All right. Here we're going to go to the campfire where we can... Hero Reborn. This is a new feature, too, that we can cover. Unlocks after the first boss. We can pick our origin. So there's a whole bunch of these. But they're basically the replacement for your kind of like tribes or whatever in like an auto chess game. We get to pick one thing, and it's kind of just like a big passive applied to my board. Every attack done by hero gains 7 energy. Every crit done by hero. Every hero gains 3% attack speed, but loses a crit strike chance. You know what? That actually kind of works interestingly well. So the more we crit, the faster we attack. If we surge, my character will gain crit. So we could try and find a way to get like really good stacking crit chance so that this becomes kind of like a really good ramp tool. That's something. Whenever a hero generates 5 mana with mana regen, gains 70 energy. And your surge level cap is increased by 10. So we can go up to 22. You know what? That seems like a more straightforward, easy thing to plan. Upgrade a rare item into an epic item. I would like to do that. So it just kind of like, it just makes that stronger. Where do we got? 25. Whenever you surge, you gain 4% crit strike and 20% crit damage. I mean, we just gonna upgrade. We just upgrade the effects. That's all that happens. Yeah, I don't care too much about that Frost. I'm going to go ahead and just rest and get 25% of my health back. Or 25 health back. We'll cover the Reborn when it's a thing. Okay, so what do we got here? Deals 185 spell damage to nearby heroes and gains damage reduction. Stacking 3 times. When another Skeleton Titan dies, gain attack damage and attack speed. So we want to focus our... Let's see, what's our tankiest lad? Elios has got a little bit more armor, I guess. But you also have the armor ability. And let's see, you do the AoE around you. Alright, let's go ahead and juice up somebody. I'm most concerned about you dying, I guess. Hero gains 1 mana regen for every 3 max mana they have. Sure. That just ends up working pretty well with our passive up here, since we're going to try and use that energy thing. And I can't level up anybody else with trophies, so we are done there. This is pretty much just going to be a good luck, have fun moment. We're just going to have to see how it goes. We don't have anybody for Silas to steal HP from, so he's actually going to go down here. Unfortunately, we didn't get the taunt off. So we got to Surge level... Okay, hold on. We got to Surge level 2, huh? $30 attack damage, 20 attack damage, 10% crit chance. You can do better. I want, like... Yeah, either something clear for my character or, like, a large amount of flat HP. Yes. Oh, God, it's both, though. You know what? Greedy man. I wanna pick my character. 3 mana regen. I think that sounds kind of nice. Okay, so now we got 50. It's a little bit more even. Whose ability do we want to have go off more? Like, I could just throw it on XZ09 for now, or I could throw it on Silas. But that ability is only relevant if there's somebody nearby. Every second, you have a 2% chance per debuff on the enemy with the most debuffs to gain 60 energy. I mean, that seems good. All heroes gain 450 shield but lose 350 HP when the fight starts. I mean, let's go for the energy orb. I feel like that just makes sense. We're going for this energy path. We could go to an event, or we could go for a star encounter, just gives us extra resources. Want to use these HP things. I feel like it just makes sense. What do you do? I mean, you are just a big, bad, single target boy. That's it. Yeah, I would like to get a support character that actually does do maybe a little bit of healing. Mm. 300 max HP when the fight starts. Lose 950 HP, gain 950 shield. It's not bad. 150 max HP and plus 60% shield received actually seems really logical here. I will wait to put it on something I care a little bit more about, though. Let's put the lifesteal over there. Swap 2 passives between your heroes or from 4 new random passives. Choose one of 3 heroes to join your party and get 4 trophies. Let's do that. I'm looking for a healer. You are a healer. Every time this hero crits with an attack, all heroes gain attack speed. Like that. Deal damage in an area centered around a target. Heroes hit by the spell become healed. That seems like something we care about, yes. Yeah. Alright, so we cannot have any more heroes on the field. We could go to a shop or we could go to an elite. We love the elites. So we have to pick between that here, and I think we will go for Elriel instead here. Removes 2 mana from all heroes, casts offensive ritual, granting damage reduction. I think it's okay. It's most important, I think, that we just get these huge HP boosts. I think that just works the best for us here. Shields the hero with the most shield for 120 every 3 seconds. If no heroes have a shield, shields the lowest percent HP hero. Seems pretty good. Hex tile buffs gain 80% spell power. Wait, what was the... we got a max mana thing, right? Oh, this hero. Nope. What was the max mana thing we got? Did I not pick that? I feel like I didn't pick that. Yeah, I think that was just one of the options. All right. Snail Shell seems good. kind of like a nice safety. We are going to want to put the... yeah. You're going to be like the main tank lad. We're going to want to put protective staff on you, but I think we're going to want some more HP. 6 mana regen with 2 max mana. I do like that because we like this. Come on, we can do better. Raw health. Oh boy. 24% attack speed and 2 max mana. We're going to put that on you, on Ralph. We like him having more max mana. That just works out well. And then we're going to care about you having the mana regen. More so, I'd say. Even though it does increase your max mana, it's 6. 1 mana every 1.67 seconds. Yeah, I don't know. I said 6 a second, but... 1 mana every 1.6 seconds. Okay, it's over every 10 seconds. I think that's still good. For right now. Big boss. Cast Chaotic Eruption. Best targeting, dealing 790 spell damage split between the hero's hits. So, it will try and pick the best target, meaning whoever, whichever area will hit like 5 at once, basically, if it can. It does this and this alternating. Stuns and chains the highest... Why is the music so loud here? Chill, chill, chill. Stuns and chains the highest damage dealer of the party. They have 20% of the chainer demon's max HP. All damage dealt to the boss is also dealt to the chains. Oh, that's a nice thing. I think that wasn't that way before, was it? We might just need to say who cares on that one. Am I good to split between 3? Every crit, the hero does additional ethereal damage equal to twice their defense. Every 2 attacks, they inflict a shock. Every 4 seconds, heal the lowest HP hero for 100% of your defense. God, I'm going to grab that, but I'm going to probably trade that to a different hero later. Two mana regen, crit strike chance. I mean, we are going to be aiming on getting the Omni Strike. But mana regen's really good for us. Yeah, the music's just so much louder than even like the normal sound effects and stuff here. The question is, I need to be pretty... 790 spell damage split. Oops, I'm in trophy mode. So I think we want to have everything... Because we can heal in an AoE. The question is, does that AoE hit 2 tiles away? It's going to be 1, 2... I don't know, man. Splitting is good and bad at the same time. We might actually be cooked. It just depends on if this AoE hits everything the way I want. It doesn't really. But I think we're okay, so we're going to get chains now on... Okay, so I am the highest DPS target. Good to know. I almost died there. Please turn down my DPS. Okay, good. That guy's got it instead now. We should be fine. Oh. Rip. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, guys. At least kill him. Kill him now. Jesus. All right. Well, we did the... we got the fragment of truth. We made the fights harder. We don't have to worry about that ever again. Should you do it in Zone 1? Probably not. I like getting it out of the way. Pick a relic. Let's do a relic first. Every item reward, you get 4 free rerolls, but your maximum flame is reduced by 20. I mean, yeah. You can now research at the shop. Choose a relic. It costs 3. Huh. When you pick this relic, you get 2,300 bucks. Upon entering combat, if you have more than 1250, all heroes get stunned. Okay. Your next superior heirloom reward is in place with a mythic heirloom. Double the stats of superior heirlooms. But the boss is in Act 1 and 2 in rage sooner. 15 seconds sooner. I don't know. That seems scary. I don't know what it means, really. Choose a relic. It costs 3 trophies. It's kind of interesting. I guess I'll just pick that. I don't know if I want to go for any of these. Oh! All heroes... Wait, on cast, all other heroes gain mana equal to this wearer's max mana. Doesn't count as mana regen. Whenever mana regen generates mana and every attack, you have a 42% chance to stun your target for 0.5 seconds. If the attack is a crit, stun's guaranteed. I mean, that seems really relevant to my interests. Mana regen mastery. All heroes but Celeste gain mana regen equal to your surge level. That's pretty good. Whenever mana regen generates mana, generate energy. I mean, Celeste is very relevant to my interests. Are you serious? Okay. Which spot has the most elites? We take advantage of elites very well. We're going to finally go to a shop, too. Yeah, Campfire does sound nice as well. So we can mess around with the new mechanic. Alright, fine. We'll skip one elite. So how do we get you in here? Appropriately. Feels like maybe instead of Ralph. Can we get away without having one tank? Maybe. Yeah, it seems like it would be instead of Ralph. Whenever mana regen generates mana. Attack damage. I mean, I guess we can put that on myself for right now. It doesn't matter too much. Or we could help. We could even put it on you because you get lifesteal equal to your... Yeah, lifesteal. So that's physical damage. So 25% lifesteal. So we do want you to do a little bit more damage. More attack speed, but a little bit more max mana. Do I really care? I think we'll put it on myself for now. Because the thing is, if we get a kill with this ability, it does get instant cast. So, like, that's a pretty cool thing. Sends a beam at the furthest hero, doing spell damage. This can be intercepted with other heroes. Does more damage the closer the target is. So we kind of want to have them just be real far away. Seems fine to me. Okay. I mean, the lasers, we don't like them. We don't like the look of them, but they're really not that bad. Until we die here. Come on, intercept. There we go. Now it's going to get intercepted. It's going to do more damage because they're close, but it's worth it. Nobody dies. Everyone's happy. Let's use some trophies. We can also, if I remember correctly, we can, like, dismiss these for a little bit of trophies that we put in. I'm willing. I'm a wild man. All summons gain attack speed. I don't have any summons. This year's mana regen is increased by 275%. But wait, this hero's mana regen is increased by 275%, but when they generate mana with their mana regen, they reuse a mana. we can just turn you into a freaking surge monster. That's huge. Okay. Every victory, this item permanently gains 10 defense. The wearer loses 50% HP when the fight starts. Interesting. 30 defense, 100% shield received. I mean, that's pretty darn good, but like 8% attack speed, heal summons, no. Heal per summon, no. Upon taking lethal damage, the wearer explodes, dealing spell damage equal to their 500% of their bonus attack damage plus spell power. And they give their bonus spell power and attack damage to other heroes. That's pretty cool. The wearer gains infinite range, but their taunts are no longer effective. Gain attack damage equal to how far they are from other heroes. I think we can do better. Whenever you surge, the wearer gains 10 attack damage and 10 spell power. I think we have to go for that. Every 4 attacks, the wearer gains a mana regen. I mean, this is too cool. We're going to go ahead and slot that together with this. I think we're going to slot that together with your staff. And for the love of God, I would love to use this. But, like, I just feel like we can do better. Am I wrong? Eh. Okay. Gain 2 mana regen, magic steal, spell power, crit strike chance. Let's go for mana regen. Obviously, we like that. When the fight starts, gain 10% attack speed. Every 2 attacks, all enemies gain an additional random debuff. Didn't we have something like that? Yeah, we did. Whenever this hero generates mana with mana regen, they gain 4 spell power. It's kind of good. All heroes but Celeste gain mana regen equal to the... We'll take this, and now I care a little bit more about getting some flat attack damage on myself. Okay. Do I just merge that? I think no. All right, finally a shop. Hello. Every 2 attacks, the wearer has a 0.5% chance per spell power to gain 4 mana regen. Ooh. That could obviously be relevant. $50 attack damage and 30 spell power. Gain lifesteal equal to 40% of your spell power. I mean, that's relevant. Whenever you surge, the wearer gains a stack of powerful staff. On cast, the wearer deals spell damage to their target equal to 360% spell power. Whoa, wait. That's fun. I need a base component. I need a good base component. So we need to have 140 bonus attack damage. We have 95 bonus. Interesting, interesting. Choose a relic for 3 trophies. I can't, but good to know. Can I re-roll? I don't think I can. I think I'm going to take the leather boots as a fine enough combination for the staff. That goes on my tank lad. Sounds good to me. -2 max mana. Crit strike chance, spell power. The thing is, I mean, we're going to take the regen staff. Throw that on you. When the wearer's spell power is equal to or above 100, gain 7 mana regen. Whenever you surge, the wearer gains a stack of Hidden Blade. Defense heal received. I don't have high base defense or anything. Every 3 attacks, the wearer receives a shield equal to 10% of the max HP. We'd like that too. Feels like there's got to be something better here, but I'm just going to go ahead and combine this for the time being. So our base, we're going to gain spell power. We're going to gain a decent amount of it. Should we just... The Immortal Staff is good. We could dismantle something. What was here? Gain crit whenever you surge. Gain attack damage and spell power. That's so... It's so relevant. And this cares about spell power. So maybe we do just put it on a base... Like a high base spell power thing. 37. 65? Obviously it comes with an attack speed down, but I think that sounds good. Okay, well, that does really skew it back there, but still. We'll gain flat attack damage. You can have the attack damage there. Dismantling can just, like, break apart something. I was thinking about Bone God. Meh. You have nothing yet. You don't have any spell power. Surely something here. Oh, yeah. For every 100 HP healed or shielded by the wearer, gains 16 energy. Let's go ahead and combine those two. That can be for you. I like that. And then now we are finally poor. And then we'll throw the other spell power here too. Okay. We could change our origin. I think we're good, though. I think that I'm really sticking to one that's very relevant to what I've been building towards. You can reroll the origins. We can chant an item, a rare item. Yeah, I want to do that for sure on this. Let's go up to like 20. Whenever you surge, gain 20 attack damage and spell power. We're going to have a big kaboom. We could rest. We can reborn. Oh, this is the new system. That's right. Changes the ability from Batstorm into Batstorm passive. Silas gains infinite range when you surge, gain 10% spell power. Batstorm is now a single target spell, which does damage to his target. But Vampiric Instincts goes away. Meh. Infinite range can no longer... no longer taunt. Every time the hero crits with an attack, all heroes gain 2% attack speed with an infinite stack capability. That seems pretty good. But what's mine? What's mine? When the fight starts, end at 10 seconds, gain 25% attack damage on the hero with the highest attack damage other than Retribution. 30% spell power on the hero with the highest spell power other than him. Let's do that. And then we have to, like, get 5 bars worth of value. Sure. We'll click the enchant to see what the options are. I think let's rest. We just spent a whole bunch. I'm not going to change my origin. All right. What do you have? Best targeting. So AoE deals spell damage to nearby heroes. Healing for damage dealt. So we kind of want to spread apart a little bit. shoot. Can't utilize the HP boosts there. So we're going to go ahead and do this, I think. It's a little bit spooky, but I think we're fine. You're all attacking down, but let's just make sure of it. Replace you. Should be okay. But yeah, we got all of our damage going over here. Holy crap! What did I do? What have I done? I think I made my character very, very strong. Jesus Christ! Swap 2 passes between your heroes. I said there was one that I said I wanted to do that with, but I don't remember. I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was one of the ones we got rid of. I think let's go ahead and we do this mostly because I want to get I'm not even going to bother looking right now. I just want to get the trophies. Get out of here. I don't even want to look. Every crit, the hero's crit strike is increased by 1.5% plus 0.3% on the battlefield. You can ignore the second part and it's still pretty good. Because you have this passive. I'm going to take that. We might find a way to put summons on the field. Whenever you surge, the wearer gains 100 max HP and receive a heal for the same amount. I feel like I don't need to look at anything else. I mean, this is interesting. This is a summon thing. I'm going to go for the helmet. That just seems really, really good. So, unfortunately, you have all filled up stuff. I think we can get rid of the frozen armor. Yeah, we'll get rid of the frozen armor at the next bonfire. So we'll probably go up this way into the bonfire. A game of gold. You meet with an Autobattler who wants to play a game. Have you ever heard of the game of gold? Bet 100, 85% chance to win 550. Lose half of your Ember to gain 2 random epic recipes, and a random hero gets an additional item slot. Reformation now has 4 item slots. I mean, an entire extra item slot seems quite good here. So, for now, you're just going to take the attack. The flat attack there, I think. I have 2 things cut. I want both of these on my tank lad really bad. I don't care about the old man's necklace. Drop an item, gain trophies depending on the rarity of a dropped item. I could drop that epic. Or we could get this stuff. I mean, let's just do it. Because I just said I don't want this. So I have 29 trophies to spend now. That seems pretty good to me. All right, let's go ahead and make my character even stupid stronger. 2 mana regen, magic steal, attack damage. Yeah, that seems fine because you're going to be stacking up on flat magic pretty well. And then I kind of want to have... I like having my main tank get tanky here, believe it or not. For every 4 attacks, heals all heroes for 20% of the attack damage. Heroes' attacks have a 15% chance to attack an additional time. I will go for the restorative strike, but I don't know how I feel about it. Let's go for some mana regen. Attack speed. What was your ability again? All heroes but Celeste gain a mana regen equal to your surge level. Doesn't scale on magic power at all. We'll go for attack speed because that does help us get mana faster. Yeah. What do you do? Dark Eruption on the furthest enemy. Split between all heroes struck. Heroes struck lose 10 spell power and gain 2 max mana. Claw split between targeted hero and nearby heroes. I mean, I think it's just going to have to be okay. I also think we're probably just going to end up exploding them really quickly. Look how fast the surge is going. Let's see. How much damage? Yeah, most of it came from Retromation. Not particularly surprising there. 10-second fight. What is this stuff? What does this mean? After 7 seconds in the fight, all heroes receive a heal for 65% of their max HP, but lose all their current mana. Hex tile buff gain 55% attack damage. I mean, that seems fun too. Just take the flat attack boost. I think we can use that pretty well. Happily going to take the flat HP. Happily going to take some regen. Let's go ahead and merge. Whenever you surge, gain 100 max HP and heal for the same amounts. Every second, gain 2 energy per missing HP. That just works really well with this, especially since they don't gain the flat HP at the beginning. Mana regen. We're going to put that on, I guess, we want it on you, I think. Sure. 20% chance to find 2 legendary recipes. Lose 3. Okay, I'm done. I needed a rest after that. I wanted to break apart the stuff, but after that, I need the rest. I'm looking for the word surge. Otherwise, we're moving on. Just going to look at what the options are. That's pretty good over here, too. I feel like, yeah, ideally, we kind of like all 3 of those over here. I'm just going to heal up for now, though. We got stuff to do. Poisonous Rain does 33 spell damage per second to all heroes. Every time a serpent statue is destroyed, the damage is increased by 50%. During the Poisonous Range, all heroes lose 1 defense per second. Stop and all of them are destroyed, and then the Skeleton King is spawned. So basically, we want to try and kill them at the same times. Turn the volume down for the boss music. Deals... Then it does AoE damage split in a... Yeah, okay. So we're going to go for boom. Boom. That seems alright to me. We just want to kind of split up things. We're just going to end up going with... Yeah, I was going to say, Retromation's just going to end up nuking all of them with his spell anyways. Physical damage, 909. Physical damage, 25,563. Spell damage, 212,900. Oh, God, you're right. Sorry. Do I need it, though? For every stun dealt, all heroes... I mean, wait, so what do we have that's... What do we have that's stunning so much? Because we have stuff that is stunning. I can't remember. Yeah, why are we stunning so much? Because I'm seeing stuns happen. I can't remember what's doing it. I couldn't tell you what's stunning. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, yeah, the Valkyrie Scepter. Whenever the mana regens mana, you have a 42% chance to stun. So that is happening a lot. So every stun dealt, all heroes gain 4%. I don't know what this means. Choose and duplicate another one of your combat relics. Is there anything I care about duping? I don't know how much we're getting from that. So I don't know if I care too much. I think we go for it. You have to sacrifice a relic. Oh, to get this. I think we can sacrifice this relic for that. That seems fine to me. Recruits. I mean, I'm just gonna end up trashing them, I'll be honest. I know I don't need to. I need to keep things even like, I don't know, like 1% streamlined. Every 6 seconds, the wearer heals all heroes for 5% of the wearer's max HP. It's kind of actually not a bad idea for Silas. In fact, I'm doing that. Okay. I do want to get to a shop. Pretty bad. So I think let's go up towards this one. Demonic bolts towards all other enemies. If there's no other enemies alive, sends bolts towards all heroes. This is so annoying. Oh my god, look at where the health buffs are. That's extraordinarily annoying. I think we'll just go ahead and say, yeah, I guess I'll just have you take the damage boost. I mean, you do benefit from that as well. Not nearly as much. Yeah, it's bad. But I think it doesn't matter because I just nuke everything. Nothing else matters. I went crazy with it, man. Every attack, the wearer gains 60 max HP. Meh. Every 3 seconds, gain an energy per 2 bonus defense and 1 energy per 20 bonus max HP. Man, this stuff is so good. I just don't know if I can... Every 3 seconds, gain a shield equal to 110% of your spell power. I mean, like... You know what? For the time being, let's go ahead and do that. I need some good base components. That's why I want to get to the shop. Okay. Go ahead and throw you up here. Yeah, you do the AoE stuff. You do a beam at the furthest hero, which we will want to be you, I think. Down here, I guess. Stop it. Stop it. Stop putting all of them into you. I got to make sure we get this person doing some stuff. Crit strike chance. That helps us gain attack speed across everybody, which I think, honestly, at this point, it sounds good to me. Why did we take so much damage right away? Oh, no, we didn't. I just put myself on the shielding, or the healing health one. Heavy armor, 320 max HP. Yes, there we go. We got some good things. Okay. All right, let's take a look at what you've got. Yeah, I definitely want the same person to have the heal for your 10, whatever, of your max HP, and yeah, 5% of your max HP with this. I think it makes sense to do that. Which is a little bit awkward, I guess. Yeah. Meh. To the shop. I want to dismantle something, but I also like the idea of just searching. Every 3 mana, regenerated with mana regen, deal 180 spell damage to enemies in the area around them. Further increased by the surge level. You have components still, right? Yeah, Celeste has components still. That's a big yes for you. Ethereal amplification. We choose Relic. The hero with the highest max mana gains... I mean, it's cool. The Hex Tile buff for spell power is kind of interesting. After 5 seconds in the fight, the hero with the highest max HP gives 38% of their max HP to heroes. All heroes, including themselves. I'm willing to sack something for that. You kidding me? Oh, but what? I feel like how much is this really doing? How many status effects are we actually applying here? I don't think we're applying very many status effects. Got a million things to look at here, but I'm pretty sure, like, we're not really doing that. Yeah, this would be better on Celeste. So if we ever get the ability to swap... Well, we want to upgrade Celeste to get a third ability. Yeah, I don't think I really care too much about this, about status effects. They're debuffs. So I don't think I actually am getting very much value out of that. Watch that be the linchpin that was making my whole build work, but honestly, sometimes it's just kind of hard to keep track at this point of the run. We're going to go here. I'm going to click this button just to see what kind of stuff we have. I think putting a little bit of safety on Retromation seems like a good call. And then we'll go for the Helm of the Surge as well. That lines up well. That's the tank thing that's giving him more HP. Lose 10 Ember or Flame to get all heroes get 35 spell power when the fight starts. Permanent buff. Always? Like every time? So you ramp your spell power quite well. So maybe I'm going to go with the damage just to, like, I think that's more safe right now. We could go for double elites this way. We could go for a shop. I like the pathway that could end me up at the fire if we wanted. I don't know if we want to... Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. It's a little bit finicky. Split between the target and nearby heroes. Oh, it's really finicky. Well, but we should have the shielding, right? Yeah, but if we die, we're in a big trouble. Oh, I mean, I'm not really particularly worried. I think we just say screw it. It shouldn't matter. It's maybe mattering a bit. So, how much HP did we give? It seemed like everybody got a lot of HP. It gives them max HP, but it doesn't heal. But this effect does heal. We're going to need to slow down the fights. Unfortunate. I think this counts as spell power, so... I'm not super interested in a lot of this. Charging Tome I am interested in. Whenever mana regen generates mana, gain 8 energy. I mean, like, you are just absolutely pumping mana regen right now. And then this is just, yeah, whatever. I just want the trophies. Whenever you surge, this hero gains 3% crit chance. Sure. Okay. Go to the elite. We should be able to handle it. This is a spooky one. So... they're the same ones we fought, but the positioning does not benefit me too well. Shoot. I mean, like, this is gonna suck. He does an AoE attack around him. It's such a huge radius around him anyways. But I feel like maybe with everybody here, we might be able to just kill it fast enough. Especially with the extra HP on these lads. We'll see. It's should be completely fine, yeah. Yeah, I just end up getting so much HP. What's happening is I'm getting so much HP that it looks like I don't have a lot of HP. Like... I'm not like integer overflowing or anything, but it's just, fights are over so fast now. Defense boosts. All heroes gain spell power equal to 4% of the bonus max HP on the hero with the highest bonus max HP. We can't get rid of the engineering plans, can we? No. I like the hex tile buff for... I like those right now. Every 7 mana regen with the hero with the most mana regen, all heroes gain 2% crit strike chance and strike damage. That's so good for us too. These are all so good, but I have to sacrifice relics at this point. I think we just go for the orb. Just so we can have something to barter with, man. Every 4 seconds, the wearer shields the lowest percent HP hero with 8 times their mana regen. That's so nice. We will... Oh, you already have 3 pieces. I mean, that's still good for you. You have quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's all. That's how we want to leave it. All that, I think. Lose 10, get 600 bucks. All heroes that have a second passive instead have it replaced with this. That's pretty cool, but no. Like, basically, it makes this copy this on all of them. That's pretty cool. If fight and victorious... What's going? What am I looking at? There's no room to move? There's no room to move. You're very important. Ugh, God, I hate it. I was just banking on my shielding effects. There we go. We have no summons. All enemies start with 20 burn, but have a burn cap of 20. I forget what burn does. Every attack, heroes do ethereal damage, which is just like damage that's not physical or magical. Equal to the amount of burn on the target. There's nothing wrong with that. Other ethereal damage from abilities and effects increased by 1.5%. So, like, that's the main thing. Do we have like, ethereal damage anywhere, really, at this point? I don't think so. Oh, I forgot about... I don't think any of this is happening as ethereal damage. So I don't think that's particularly relevant, actually. It's like, it's something. You gain 9 spirit summons, up to 9 summons in total. 1 spirit summon adds 1 to your summon count. If you have 2 summons, this relic gives 7. If you have 9, this gives none. So basically, we just get 9 spirit summons. So now, if we ever have any effect that cares about summons, we have 9. That's basically what that means. Okay, that's good to know. We're going to take some spell power instead for you. For a healer. Mana regen is probably even better. We really like mana regen. Believe it or not. Okay, elite or... we can chill. Let's just go for it. Split in a line. After 30 seconds of the fight, the dragon dies. Oh, boy. So we're not, like, supposed to be able to kill him, I don't think. This hero gains attack damage equal to 45% of their spell power. I mean, there's somebody who might want that. But, like... So we want to split it in a line, I guess. I wonder if we can just kill, though. Maybe that's delusional. Yeah, we're clearly not supposed to be able to, but that's not the goal. But Retromation is pumping deeps. The hero with the highest max HP gains 750 and is healed for the same amount. Whenever mana regen generates mana, has a 25% chance to generate additional mana is so stupid with this. Are you serious? We're looking for something for who? Pretty much for my healer. Meh. 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 Whatever. Every 2.5 seconds gain spell power equal to max mana. Sure. 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 Alright, so this is not the final boss. I mean, well, this is the final boss of a normal run, but there's a special one after because of the Fragments of Truth. Hellfire Breath breathes Hellfire, doing 2,375 spell damage split between heroes' hits. Hellfire Breath is a line spell with the best targeting. Every 9 seconds, a Molten Dragon calls on a spell. Heroes hit by this gain attack damage and spell power. Every 9 seconds. I mean, so this seems like something that old Retromation should actually be doing. Is just taking that hit, and we can even go for the... it shouldn't matter. We go for this. Boom. I think that the rest we have over here. I'm assuming... I mean, so how much damage does it do? 2,300. I mean, that's scary, but... Every 9 seconds... maybe it's... Maybe it's too risky. I mean, let's be honest, we just don't need it. That's more than anything, we just don't actually need that. We should do plenty of damage anyways. It's going to take a moment. We should be moving her in to actually do that damage, but like I just don't have, it just doesn't matter. We've gotten so strong, it just doesn't matter. What the heck? Okay, 1 second. 2 Hextile buffs, gain 800 shield. That sounds kind of nice. All enemy damage taken is instead dealt over 4 seconds instead of being instant. When the fight starts, heroes gain 25% lifesteal and magic steal, converting all their bonus defense and max HP at the ratios of a lifesteal for every 3 bonus defense. And a magic steal for every bonus max HP. And then losing their bonus. That's wild. I mean, it's like potentially really good, but it's also like, oh god, it's such a, it feels like such a risk. Get rid of all of our bonus. Get rid of all of our bonus health? Like, well, it's at the start. So it's probably not actually that big of a deal. But I'm going to go with the Empire Boots. Just give me a couple slots. I mean, I'm going to not play that character. Every 4 seconds, the wearer gains 13% of the attack damage on the hero with the highest attack damage other than the wearer. And 16% of the spell power of the hero with the highest spell power other than the wearer. Stacking up to 350, 350. We are taking Retromation's classes. And we are putting that over here. And let's see. Who wants that? Probably you. So you can get 350 spell power so we can get huge heals. That sounds good. I mean, we got my glasses. 350, 350. I mean, we can steal... Basically, we can steal 350, 350 from Retromation. All right. Final secret chapter. The Fallacious Flame. Wait, what the heck? What the heck's going on here? Give me a relic. All enemies start with 20 shock, but have a shock cap. So do I have anything that applies shock? Because that's the thing with the stuns. I'm pretty sure, don't we just like... We just stun like crazy. So if they have 20 shock on them, that basically will increase the length of the stuns, I think. On cast, heroes have a 1.5% chance per shock to stun their current target. Increase the duration of other stuns by 2.5 per shock. That's just really good. Just because we don't have any way to apply shock, so if it's just like they have 20 shock all the time, that's just good. Whoa. I mean, we're probably good no matter what here, frankly. Oh, man. That's so cool, too. Whenever you surge, gain 4% lifesteal and magic steal. It has 70 damage and attack power? I mean, we will clearly get ourselves to the... We're at the Omni crit. I want to keep the shield just for safety. I think that, like, we don't want to have somebody go wild nuke like that, but then, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to not have that safety. Otherwise, one missed positioning and we lose the run. I think I'm actually just fine. Like, we could dismantle something for better base thing, I guess. Like, I feel like you have... no, that's all fine. Is there an HP thing here? Yeah, there's just an HP thing. You can dismantle one of yours. Max HP, max HP, max HP. That's kind of how I want that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and... Oh, my lord. This is, like, the most overwhelming part. You know, we're right at the end, and I'm like, do I feel like I even need to do any of this? Not really. Protective staff. Do it that way. We should have went to the campfire instead, honestly. On cast, the next attack does damage equal to 25% of your max HP. Is pretty darn cool, if you ask me. The Sword of the Surge is really interesting, but it's like... God, I just don't have enough slots. I think we're going to dismantle the Bloodforge Amulet. And we can put that on that guy. You can have the regen. Could even give you the glasses, but like I'm afraid to give you too much power because you're bleaching everybody. Yeah, it's a little bit scary. Oh well. I think we're good. Proceed. This was not in the game before. Applies 30 corruption to its target and stuns the hero with the highest damage dealt for 3 seconds. Uh-oh. Corruption is increasing the damage taken by 30%, basically. Every second, all heroes are inflicted with a corruption, take 5 spell damage. I wonder who is going to be doing the most damage. The hope is just, I guess, that we, nuke him down before it's relevant, right? So there's the stuns. Is he in the radius of this? I think he is. Yeah, we're good. We're chilling. How much health did you have at the end? 11,000. And Retromation had how much shield? I don't even freaking know. I think you can only shield for the amount of max HP that you have. But the fun thing is you are passing on after whatever seconds. You're passing on 38% of your max HP to everybody. So, like, everybody becomes pretty dang tanky. Alright, this is new. Applies 20 corruption split between heroes in a large area around the targets. Every 3 seconds, corruptors are healed up to the HP of the corruptor with the most HP. So we kind of need to, like, split. Or just have Retromation nuke them down so fast that it doesn't matter. Gee, I wonder which will happen. It's in a large area around the target. I mean, I think we just go for this anyways. Is anybody close to leveling? Nobody's close enough. Okay. Yeah, I mean, basically we need to stack our damage up so much. You know, this was a mistake. But it's gonna get to the point where we one-shot. We just get up to the point where we one-shot. It just doesn't even matter. All right, big funny hand. I remember these. I mean, I don't remember what they do exactly. Deal 950 spell damage split between his target and all nearby heroes, and spawn 4 corrupted hands. Okay. They have a low HP, but apply corruption, so they increase the damage taken of whoever they're attacking. On death, enrages the other enemies. So I think what we want is to have... I feel like I remember wanting you down first. Sends an interceptable orb spell at the furthest hero, exploding, doing a bunch of damage. and adding 50 corruption to those struck. Shoot, can't take advantage of that. I do kind of want you down, though, but we could just apply it like this and just try and nuke this guy first. It shouldn't matter, honestly. Auto attacks in an area doing flat damage to all heroes hit. So, yeah, I think that's fine, but we do kind of want to have you stealing HP from the nearby. I think that actually makes sense. You're going to get chomped by all of the little blades, and that's terrible, but I think you can tank it. And we just start nuking. Ideally, Retromation just gets the shield up so high that even if anybody else were to die, it wouldn't matter. I mean, I just kind of... it just kind of exploded it, so... Fight recap, yeah. Yep. Oh, Retromation did it again. What happened there? I could tell you like 70% of it. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Very, very cool to be a character in the game. That's not just in the custom mode. That's just like, I'm legitimately just a character in this game. And it's a huge honor because I love it so much. And it's cool to have a character that has such broken potential. And it's through this kind of like weird... It's this weird balance, and I really like that, and which makes sense because the passive is called Balanced Dice. So, like, working through this weird balance is always something I like that. I like having hybrid characters, and that's, like, what I think that is what this design idea was taken from, the fact that I really like... I like making weird stat choices, and this is a character that has a lot of weird flexibility to it. Like, you could see we were generating 1 billion shield to the point where that character could have also just been our tank, you know? Like, it's really, really neat. I loved it. Huge shout out to The Last Flame. It's out on Steam. 1.0 came out, yeah, like January 9th. It's been a while. I've been meaning to get to this really badly because I love this game in the 1.0, and I'm honored to be in it. Just been busy. Yeah, and then there was a 1.01 with a whole bunch of balance changes that came out after as well. So go check this game out, support it. It is $19.99 on Steam, and let me tell you, it has a buttload of content. If a way to look at it, if you were overwhelmed by what happened here, just think about... I like to think about it in a different way. Imagine how much content there is in understanding everything that just happened. There's so much to this game that can be overwhelming to a new player. And it's even like to the point where near the end of the run, obviously, like I was saying, if I was off camera, I would take a little bit more time on all these things. Obviously, it took me a bit to get in the swing of things. There was a little while where we weren't spending our trophies or using our items properly. There's just a lot to juggle, obviously. But once you're in the flow of things, if I were to play this like more, obviously, on, for YouTube, we would get in the flow of those things a little bit more. But clearly we did okay considering, we were dealing with like numbers that seemed like we shouldn't have been dealing with them. Alas, pick it up. Last Flame, $19.99 on Steam. Entirely worth it, in my humble opinion. Extremely deep, extremely complex. Could be a turnoff to some. It's a huge pro to me. But alas... My name is Retromation. Cover indie games every single day, typically with an extra specialty in roguelikes and roguelites. Huge fan of Autobattlers, auto chess games, strategy games, card games, you name it, baby. Check it out. Thank you for watching. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.